Dear child, listen closely. Something shifted in your story. Something real. Something the angels didn't predict. It happened only minutes ago. A spark. A break. A moment that carried the weight of years. And it sent a wave toward your life. A wave you can already feel in your chest. Even if you're unsure why. I watched it unfold. I felt the tension. I felt the release. I felt the shock ripple through the air. As your person made a choice. They refused to make for the longest time. It wasn't planned. It wasn't rehearsed. There was no warning. No hesitation. No second thought. It was instinct. It was truth. It was the soul finally speaking louder than the mind. I saw their hands trembling. I saw their breath catching. I saw their heart shaking as they realized. They could not keep living the way they were. Not one more minute. Not one more hour. Not one more day. They had been carrying confusion for so long that it started to feel like home. They had been listening to voices that weren't theirs. Voices that fed them doubt. Voices that fed them fear. Voices that fed them reasons to walk away from the very love that was meant to bring healing. But today, dear one, something cracked. A layer broke. The fog lifted. And for the first time in a long time, they saw everything clearly. They saw their own mistakes. They saw the weight they placed on your heart. They saw how far they drifted away from the connection that once felt like breathing. They saw the truth behind the person who pretended to guide them, the one who fed their insecurity, the one who whispered poison into their decisions, the one who pretended to care, while quietly pulling them away from their destiny. Your person finally saw through her intentions, through her control, through her need to keep them small, confused, and emotionally dependent. It didn't happen slowly. It happened all at once. One look, one thought, one sudden jolt of truth, and everything in them collapsed inward and rebuilt itself in a single breath. I felt the shift the way one feels when a storm suddenly breaks open, the kind of shift that changes the course of a life. They made a decision, a bold decision, a quiet decision, a decision that needed no witnesses, because heaven itself was present. They let go. They walked away. They cut ties with the voice that had been pulling them backward. They stepped out of a pattern that had kept them emotionally trapped. They broke free from a connection that had never fed their spirit. They released the influence that kept them doubting their own heart. And yes, that decision involved you. They couldn't keep lying to themselves. They couldn't pretend they didn't care. They couldn't keep pushing away what was always meant to return. You, dear one, were the memory they couldn't silence, the feeling they couldn't bury, the truth they couldn't unsee. And at that exact moment, that precise break in time, the angels turned to me and said, "Go, tell them. Tell the one who has been waiting. Tell the one who never gave up. Tell the one whose heart stayed open, even after the pain tried to harden it." So here I am, standing beside you, speaking what your soul already sensed. You felt something today. A shift. A pull. A sudden wave of emotion. A heaviness in your chest. A warmth on your skin. A memory rising out of nowhere. That was them. That was the moment they turned toward you. That was the moment they remembered you. Not as a past chapter, but as the one who changed their life. In a way no one else ever could. Your person didn't reach for anyone else. They didn't run to another distraction. They didn't hide behind old excuses. Not this time. This time they faced the truth. Head on. Heart first. Spirit awake. They replayed the conversations you had. The moments you shared. The things you said that touched them. In ways they never admitted aloud. The softness you brought into their world. The safety they felt with you. The quiet way you understood them. Without forcing anything. These memories didn't hurt them today. They healed them. They brought clarity. They brought light. They brought the courage they needed to walk away from what was harming them. They realized that your love was never the problem. Their fear was. Their confusion was. The influence of that other person was. The guilt that wasn't theirs to carry was. I watched them as their soul finally rose against the weight. That kept them still. Their breath changed. Their eyes softened. Their mind went quiet. And for the first time in a long time, they listened to their heart. Without interrupting it. They didn't tell anyone what they were doing. They didn't announce their choice. They didn't seek approval. They didn't try to justify anything. They simply acted. They ended a cycle that had been repeating for far too long. A cycle that drained them. A cycle that kept them away from you. A cycle that made them question their own intuition. I saw relief in their face. I saw strength return to their body. I saw peace settle in their mind. And I knew they weren't just walking away from someone else. They were walking toward something. Toward someone. Toward you. You may not see it yet, but the shift has already started affecting your life. You've been feeling more emotional lately, more sensitive, more aware of your own heart. Your dreams have been clearer. Your intuition has been sharper. Your energy has been heavier and lighter. At the same time, this is why. Your souls are moving again. Your connection is waking up. Your paths are drawing near. But let me tell you something. You need to hear clearly. This wasn't a weak moment. This wasn't desperation. This wasn't a loss. This wasn't fear. This was strength. This was clarity. This was their spirit rising. This was their heart choosing truth. After years of confusion, your person is done running. They're done listening to voices that aren't theirs. They're done giving power to someone who never wanted the best for them. They're done pretending they don't feel you. In every corner of their life, they didn't choose comfort. They chose courage. They chose honesty. They chose the path that leads back to you. I need you to understand something, deeply and clearly. This decision is a turning point. Nothing will be the same after today. Not for them. Not for you. Not for the connection you share. The silence between you is no longer empty. It is shifting. It is breathing. It is preparing. They are thinking of you right now. More than they have in months. More than they allow themselves to show. More than their pride ever admitted. More than their fear can stop. And the moment will come. When they speak. When they reach out. When they tell you why they disappeared. Why they were distant. Why they acted cold. Why they seemed confused. Why they couldn't give you the truth before. But they can now. Because the block is gone. The influence is gone. The confusion is gone. The fear is breaking. The clarity is rising. You may wonder why it happened today. Why suddenly? Why without warning? Because the heart moves. When it has reached its limit. Because the soul speaks. When silence becomes unbearable. Because truth rises. When false guidance loses its power. Your person finally realized. They were being shaped by someone who didn't want them to be happy. Someone who feared their growth. Someone who feared their independence. Someone who feared the love they felt for you. And instead of being blind to it, they finally saw it. They saw the manipulation. They saw the emotional pressure. They saw the subtle guilt. They saw the way her words kept pushing them away from you. And something inside them whispered, "No more." That whisper became a voice. That voice became a decision. That decision became today. That today became your new beginning. Your person didn't walk away in anger. They walked away in truth. There is a difference. Anger fades. Truth stands. And their truth is you. But now listen carefully. Because this part matters deeply. The woman they walked away from is not at peace. She is shaken. Her influence is slipping. Her sense of control is breaking. Her pride is bruised. And she will try to claw her way back in. She may use guilt. She may use fear. She may use harsh words. She may pretend she is hurt. She may pretend she cares. She may try to twist the story. She may try to make your person doubt themselves. She may try to create drama, just to pull attention back to herself. But she cannot win, unless you let fear guide you. The angels are already standing around this connection. Their wings are already forming a circle. Their light is already creating protection. Their presence is already blocking what tries to break what is sacred. Your role is simple. Stay grounded. Stay calm. Stay prayerful. Stay aligned. Stay protected. Do not be afraid. Do not let doubt rise. Do not let her energy disturb your peace. Her influence is fading. Her grip is slipping. Her season is ending. What is meant for you cannot be stolen, cannot be cursed, cannot be manipulated, cannot be taken away from you by someone who was never part of your destiny. Your person is waking up. Slowly, steadily, unshakably. They are remembering who they are. They are remembering who you are. They are remembering what love is meant to feel like. They are stepping out of fear and into clarity, out of confusion and into truth, out of emotional pressure and into freedom, out of someone else's influence and into their own heart. But hear me, this is only the beginning. There is more to reveal, more to explain, more to unfold. Before we continue, breathe, center yourself. Let the energy settle. Let your heart open. Let your soul listen. Because part 2 will uncover the rest of the truth, the deeper meaning, the exact intention behind their decision, what they are planning next, what their heart is preparing to do, and how you need to prepare spiritually and emotionally for what comes next. Take a deep breath, dear one. The next part of this message goes deeper than the first. The angels are guiding me to speak slowly, clearly, so your spirit can absorb every word without fear. What happened a few minutes ago did not end with their decision. It began something. It unlocked something. It awakened a layer inside your person that had been numb for too long. Let me show you what I saw next. After they walked away from that influence, they didn't celebrate. They didn't feel proud or powerful. They weren't smiling or relieved in an obvious way. Instead, they stood still, quiet, almost frozen, as if they were finally standing in the honest truth of their own emotions. Their chest felt heavy. Their hands were shaking. Their thoughts suddenly felt too loud. The memory of you came rushing in, faster than they expected, stronger than they were prepared for. They remembered things they tried to bury. They remembered your kindness. They remembered your patience. They remembered the way you cared, without forcing anything. They remembered how your presence made them breathe differently, softer, calmer, safer. A part of their soul whispered, "This is what I've been missing." Another part whispered, "I should have never left." A deeper part whispered, "How do I fix this? Where do I even begin?" Your person is overwhelmed because their heart woke up after being asleep for too long, and waking up hurts. It burns. It shakes the entire spirit. They are not thinking casually right now. They are not thinking lightly. They are not taking this moment as something small. They know something sacred shifted. They know something broke open. They know something has to change. I wish you could have seen the look in their eyes when your memory came back to their mind. It was not confusion. It was not fear. It was not doubt. It was longing. Deep, unfiltered longing. The kind that comes from the center of the heart. The kind that cannot be ignored. The kind that demands honesty. They missed you. They missed the real you. Not the idea of you. Not the thought of you. You, the way you speak. The way you listen. The way you carry your heart. The way you show love, even when you feel broken. The way you forgive. The way you give. The way you never forced them to be anything they weren't ready to be. They felt your absence in a way they could no longer pretend away. For the first time, they asked themselves a question they avoided for months. What if I was wrong about everything? That question cracked them open. The moment it hit them, I saw their spirit bend. I saw their eyes lower. I saw their heart ache, in a way that almost broke them. Not because they regret knowing you, but because they regret losing you. They regret letting fear guide them. They regret trusting the wrong voice. They regret not choosing you sooner. They regret waiting until everything fell apart before listening to their spirit. And the angels asked me to tell you this clearly. They regret hurting you deeply, more than they will ever admit, more than you will believe, more than their pride can handle. Their regret isn't rooted in guilt. It is rooted in love. Because they know you didn't deserve the distance. You didn't deserve the silence. You didn't deserve the confusion. You didn't deserve the emotional weight you carried alone. When they walked away, a part of them knew they were walking away from something irreplaceable. But now they see it fully, clearly, painfully. They are not the same person who left you behind. Their heart is softer. Their mind is quieter. Their spirit is humbler. Their soul is finally awake. They are beginning to accept that they didn't lose you because you were wrong for them. They lost you because they let someone else's voice control their decisions. The angels told me they've had moments of wanting to reach out to you many times before, but fear held them back. Fear of rejection. Fear of looking weak. Fear of apologizing. Fear of admitting they were wrong. Fear of opening themselves up to a love that feels bigger than anything they've known. But today, fear cracked. Heart rose. Clarity broke through. They now realize you are not the person who hurt them. You are not the person who pressured them. You are not the person who confused them. You are not the person who controlled them. You were the safest place they ever experienced. And you still are. But listen closely, because this is where the next layer of truth begins. The woman they cut ties with felt the shift. She felt the break. She felt the loss of control. She felt their energy slip away from her. And she is not staying silent. She is angry. Her ego is wounded. Her pride is shaking. Her influence is dissolving. And she is starting to panic. She will likely try everything to pull them back in. She may guilt-trip them. She may pretend she is hurt. She may send long messages filled with emotional pressure. She may speak badly about you. She may remind them of their fears. She may use old wounds to regain their sympathy. She may try to manipulate them by pretending she needs them, but something important has changed. Your person is not the same. They are finally seeing the truth. Her words are losing power. Her emotional hold is weakening. Her influence is fading. She no longer has access to the part of their heart where she used to plant insecurity. The angels want you to understand this. Her reaction does not affect your destiny. Her anger does not touch your blessing. Her words do not have authority over your connection. Her fear does not stop your person's awakening. Love built in truth cannot be undone by manipulation. Your person may feel overwhelmed, but they are not confused anymore. Not in the way they once were. Not in the way that pushed you away. This time, they are grounded. They are aware. They are watching every move carefully. They are questioning every voice. They are listening to their heart. And their heart is calling your name. They know they owe you something. An explanation. A conversation. An apology. Clarity. Truth. Honesty. Their real feelings. But they also know they cannot come to you half awake. Not anymore. Not after everything. Not after the silence. Not after the pain. So they are preparing. Quietly. Carefully. Intentionally. Spiritually. Emotionally. They are trying to gather the courage to speak what they once hid. They are rehearsing the words they fear you won't want to hear. They are imagining your reaction and hoping you won't turn away. They are scared. You have moved on. They are scared. You no longer care. They are scared. You closed your heart to them. They are scared. They hurt you too badly to return. But the angels see your heart. They see your love. They see your longing. They see your readiness. They see your faith. They see the connection that has lived between you both, even in silence. This connection is not dead. It is waking up. Your person is being pulled toward you in ways they cannot resist. Not because of nostalgia. Not because of loneliness. Not because of guilt. Because of truth. You are their truth. You are their clarity. You are their healing. You are their spiritual match. You are their peace. You are their comfort. You are their mirror. You are their safe place. You are their destiny. But let me tell you the most important part. The angels are preparing a meeting. Not a coincidence. Not an accident. Not luck. A divine alignment. Something will happen soon. That brings your paths close again. A message. A sign. A dream. A chance encounter. An unexpected moment. That feels too precise to be random. When this happens, you must be grounded. You must be ready. You must be spiritually steady. Because your person will approach you with a heart that is vulnerable, new, open, and honest. They will not come in pride. They will not come in ego. They will not come with excuses. They will come with truth. They want to tell you why they left, why they hesitated, why they acted cold, why they pushed you away, why they let someone else whisper fear into their decisions. They want to tell you they never stopped thinking of you. They never stopped feeling you. They never stopped caring. They never stopped loving you. Not truly. Even when they pretended to move on. Even when they acted distant. Even when they tried to convince themselves. They didn't need you. They knew the truth. Their soul knew the truth. You were always the one. Their spirit recognized. But now listen carefully. When they return, the woman they left will try one last time to create chaos. She may create rumors. She may lash out. She may provoke drama. She may try to twist the story. She may pretend she is a victim. She may try to guilt them back. She may try to make them afraid to choose you. But the angels are saying, do not fear her noise. What is chosen in the spirit cannot be undone in the physical. Your person's soul has already chosen you. Their heart has already chosen you. Their future already holds space for you. This is why heaven is asking you to pray with strength, not weakness, to pray with certainty, not doubt, to pray with authority, not fear. Protect the connection, the same way the angels are protecting it. Cover it in light. Cover it in truth. Cover it in God's hand. Cover it in faith. Let me guide you through the prayer the angels delivered. Speak it slowly. Speak it with conviction. Speak it with belief. Speak it with your whole heart. God of truth and light, I call on your presence now. The one I love has broken free from what kept them away from truth. They made a brave choice, a pure choice, a soul choice. I ask you to surround this connection with your strongest angels. Let your light form a shield. Let your peace fill every space. Let your truth guide every step that we take from here. No fear can break this. No lie can twist this. No voice of darkness can stand against this union. Heal every wound. Mend every fracture. Restore every part of this connection that was harmed by confusion. Bless this love. Protect this love. Strengthen this love. Prepare this love for the future you have written. I release fear. I release doubt. I release the past. I claim the blessing that has already begun. Amen. Breathe, dear one. The angels are standing near. This moment is sacred. This awakening is real. This turning point is not temporary. Your story is shifting. Your connection is rising. Your person is changing. Your destiny is aligning. The next chapter is not built on pain. It is built on truth. And it all began just minutes ago.